Our content is intended to be used and must be used for informational purposes only. It is very important to do your own research analysis before making any investment based on your personal circumstances. You should take independent financial advice from a professional in connection with or independently research and verify any information that you find on our website or podcast and wish to rely upon, whether for the purpose of making an investment decision or otherwise. What's up, my future one percenters? This is Marathon Money, brought to you by Wincrease.com. I'm Cam Jones, Prince of the Stock Market, and you know who I'm with. Kenny Coins. What up?
What's good? What's good? What's good?
Chilling.
Chilling like a villain.
You see the stock market? I mean, everybody, they don't know what to do, man. You know, the stock market will go down a couple 100 points. Everybody talk a recession. It go back up toward new highs. Everybody fine. So I don't know. It seemed like people don't have a stomach for this market. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I'm telling you, because of this presidential election, man, there's so many people that don't like Trump, but at the same time, there's so many people are saying like, yo, look how far he has got. You know what I mean? And, you know, this is the first time I'll say in the last, 30 years where you can actually say a president actually made significant difference in the world, in America. We ruffled feathers with China. We rustled feathers with North Korea. We rustled feathers with Mexico. We rustled feathers with Russia. You know what I mean? Let's face it, man. This is I'm not even gonna stunt you. I don't like the guy, but this is how it should be. You know what I mean? America needs to stand its toe, bro. If we everybody talking about we the most powerful nation, we need to start acting.
Yeah, let's be the most powerful.
Let's start acting like it. You know what I mean? And yeah, we still gotta have allies. Yes, we still gotta make friends. Yes, we still gotta do that. But man, I think about it like this: if you have a family, right, and you got a friend, now your friend is your ally, but you keep giving $20 to your friend. Now, your family got to eat, but you keep giving $20 to your friend.
Right.
How did that make any sense?
Make no sense at all.
It don't.
Make no sense.
You know what I mean? And that's the same thing he's saying about the jobs. So if you look at it from the perspective where we're like, yeah, China's cool, Mexico's cool, all that stuff, Canada, all those countries cool, but what's the point of giving them all that stuff if our people don't have anything over here?
Yeah, I've been saying that for a long time.
You know what I mean? So yeah, people gotta look at it that way. But I think that's the reason why the stock market is flippy floppy, because
I don't know why. I don't know the exact reason why it's flippy floppy, as you would say.
That's my opinion.
But but I do think that there's a pattern here that people can play. Instead of people complaining about it, you can just
play
the pattern. Because when the stock market gets down to a low point, I mean, I think I said this, on a couple podcasts. When the stock market gets down to its 200-day, close to its 200-day moving average on a yearly chart, when it's down there, it goes right back up. But it goes right back up because Trump always says something about, I'm about to talk to China. And he may not even talk to him. He just say, man, I'm about to talk to China about something. Then the stock market goes up. Now, is that a little bit of manipulation? Yeah, yes. A little bit. But if you know what's coming, well, then play it.
This is why I say extra is wrong. This is where that part where I say extra is wrong. News is volatile.
I was about to say about the
depending on the news. Depending on the news, because I guarantee you, Donald Trump walked to the podium, we sell in America. How much you want to bet them stocks finna drop? I'm saying it's dependent on the news. Now, yeah, he's right. 98%, 99% play the technicals. But when you got a president say, "Oh, I'm about to get on this plane, go talk to China," bro, everybody starts getting
Yeah,
worried.
yeah.
Markets start dropping.
No, when he stay here, when he says he's about to talk to China, the markets start going up.
Yeah, markets start. My bad, man. Markets start going up, and when people realize he ain't doing nothing,
Then the
it
market
starts
starts dropping.
going down. Correct. And I think it's very based those kind of stuff. News play. Like I think a lot of it has to do with technical is part of the where it's just a everyday stuff, and then you hear a company does something wrong. Yeah, that's not going to affect the entire stock market, but this will.
Right. I agree with you. But it's just people have to recognize this pattern and how to play it. So right
Of
now,
course.
if we look at it, we're not at all time highs, but we're about $300-400 away from all time highs. Well, on the Dow, no, we about I say we're about 500, but 500 on the Dow, we can hit that by Wednesday. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, of course. That's no problem. We can hit that by Monday afternoon.
Yeah, we can hit that Monday afternoon. To be honest with
Oh,
you.
I was definitely gonna mention. I don't know if you remember back in like 2015, like late 2015. I don't know if you can remember this, like late 2015, early 2016, where the market itself was fluctuating like 500-600 points.
I feel like it's been doing that since we've been on this podcast.
Oh yeah, it has. But I'm just saying, like, um, remember because that's when Tesla was at like 175, and me and Extra was getting on you about how Tesla's trash, and
I do
I
remember that.
remember
I
that
remember all the times y'all went against me. I do remember that.
Netflix was $60. The oil market was horrible. um, no, but like, and I remember the market kept fluctuating between 500 to 600 points every day, or every day will go up 600. Then like 2 days later, it'll go down 600, and it just stayed in the range bound, bro. You could have played that.
That's the same way same thing it's doing now though. The
Yeah,
same
you
thing.
could have played that, and that's what Cam was trying to say. Now, if you want to try to find a reason behind it, we can give you all tons of reason behind it.
But if you don't play it,
But
you ain't gonna make no money.
you ain't gonna make no money. You know what I mean? And that's pretty much it.
Yeah, so I mean it's close to all time highs, man. One of our friends of the show, my boy Abu, he sent me a message, man. It was a couple weeks ago though, when the stock market had went to all time highs, and he sent me a message. He was like, man, I'm buying SPY puts, SPY puts, man, because I see resistance all the time at this level. That's a perfect example of somebody who recognized the pattern and he playing it. And then he sent me a screenshot of the options that he bought and the money that it made. When the market had dropped all the way down. Well, people say all the way down, but it went down to about 26K on the dial. He had a ton of money in there. So he playing my boy Abu. He playing the pattern.
Yeah. And if you want a reason, let me give you just one. When the market get to a certain level and it's been there 3, 4, 5, 6 times, it's simply people don't believe it's worth that much.
I agree
That's
with you
it.
right there. Yeah, yeah.
That's it.
I feel
You
like
know.
this time right now, which is earnings season, this is
Yeah.
gonna be the
The
make or break.
determining kind
Yeah,
of like the determining factor of
exactly.
where we're gonna be. Are we gonna stay the same, or are we gonna start going up, or are we gonna go down?
I don't
Cause
even think staying the same is part of the plan. I think it's either going up, we either about to move up, or we are about to move down.
yeah, here's what I mean by staying the same. I said we can move up, then go back to these levels. I mean, we can jump up 600-700 points, then after
Yeah,
that, slowly next month go back to these levels, just because where the market is.
right.
Now, I truly believe people don't think we 27,500. I don't think the market truly believes that we're worth that.
And that could be true, and that's nobody's fault. We just have to the companies just have to prove that they are profiting, better than they were profiting before. I guess I know I didn't say that
100%.
right, but they just got to prove that they're making some money, more money. And where you gonna find that money? You know, the economy isn't bad, but I don't feel like it's excellent. You know, so where you gonna find that money? Now, you could it could be some optimism right now for this quarter because we coming into that Christmas season where everybody's shopping. So you could have some high estimates, some high predictions from companies that may inflate the stock, but you know they're gonna have to deliver on that when they report in like February and March.
Man, the only people I'm betting on is Amazon, and that's it.
Amazon. What about Apple?
I don't
Apple
care
up
about
there
Apple.
right now, man. What you talking about?
Yeah, whatever. Apple
Apple.
creates the same thing every single year.
Yeah, but why would they change it? People buying it.
We need to start questioning that.
Apple market cap right now. Well, yeah, it's over 1 trillion.
You don't think we should start questioning that?
No, they're not doing nothing wrong. They're coming out with
So
phones.
we're not gonna question that.
What's there to question? They're not doing anything.
They create this. Even Samsung switches up, Google Pixel switches up,
Yeah,
man.
but their
Apple
stuff
creates.
always breaks, man. They switching up to foldable phones, and the phone breaks when you fold it.
All right, man, you're right. I'll give you that one.
I mean,
I
Apple
got
know
an
what they
iPhone,
do
so
best,
I'm
man.
just saying they just.
I
Man,
will say this about Apple. I went to a concert last year, and I don't know why. I think it's stupid when people record concerts that they're at, but I was recording, so I'm stupid. But I was recording on my iPhone. I had an iPhone 10, and the quality was okay. Somebody in front of me had like a newer Galaxy, and I looked at her phone. Her phone picture when she was videotaping looked better than what I was seeing with my own eyes. I was looking at my iPhone like, what in the world? Like the picture quality was absolutely stunning on there. And I don't understand why Apple's picture quality is so bad compared to the Galaxies. Now, I'm not in that Galaxy family. I haven't had an Android phone since like 2010. So I'm out the loop. But when I saw her recording, I was like, yo, that what it looked better than what I was seeing with my own eyes. I'm dead
that's
serious.
crazy.
But Apple, they if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's what Apple.
Yeah, that's
does.
true. You know what? You're 100% right. 100% right.
So man, you know, we talked a little bit about earnings season, and so we usually do our stock picks every quarter, and right now, this would be the time when we pick new stocks. But I think we
You got
both.
murdered.
Yeah, we got. Hold on now.
We got murdered last quarter because it was all time high.
we got murdered last quarter. Exactly what Kenny said. We picked stocks at all time highs, and we got ran over. I'm talking about we got beat
18-wheeler
up.
semi
Yeah, we got
ran us over. Then
the
back
Tesla. The Tesla semi ran us over.
the Tesla semi, the brand new one, ran us over, backed it up, ran us over again.
On autopilot.
Yeah. They didn't even give us the courtesy to add a driver.
So, you know what we're going to do this quarter? Because sometimes the best trade is no trade. So we close to all-time highs again. And, you know, we just spent about 5 or 6 minutes talking about this pattern that we know. Even though we're not at all-time highs, we're close. So it would be stupid for us to pick new stocks right here at all-time highs. Because what the pattern shows us is that probably late this week or starting next week, the stock market is going to start to go down, which would mean that the picks that we pick starts to go down. And we all know stocks go down faster than they do when they go up. So we don't want another situation like we just had in the past quarter. And we can admit when we were wrong, and we were wrong on those stock picks because we picked at all-time highs. That's dangerous. You don't want to buy stocks at the highs. You want to buy stocks on sale. When I go in Macy's, I don't say, I want that shirt at full price. No, I want that shirt on sale. want it for cheaper than what it's worth. So we're not gonna pick stocks right now. What you think, Kenny?
Facts. I'm with that. I'm with that. I'm on the same page. It's too high right now. It's too volatile. Um,
The volatility doesn't even
the
bother me.
volatility, you know what I mean? But it just will. If we pick stocks, we're putting itself at a
We're risking. We're putting ourselves at a high risk.
yeah,
Very high
we're putting
risk.
itself at a high risk.
It's like using we're putting ourselves like using vape. You know those vape things that they're
Yo, they're going
everybody's
out of
dying from
business.
now. Yeah, we're putting
Yeah,
ourselves at high risk right there. Like we
I knew
vaping.
that thing was a bad idea, bro.
I didn't think it was a bad idea, man. You got to be able to give people their own choice, make their own
No, yeah,
decisions, man.
100%. But I always knew like putting some electronic with tobacco, marijuana, or CBD oil that heats up on your face with a machinery that basically spins inside.
You basically smoking a bomb.
Basically, you know what I mean? And you know these people, like when they do the JUUL, they're gonna have an idiot that's gonna be at home mixing up his own stuff, and it's gonna make it worse. That was the real problem, man. People was at home doing their own stuff.
Yeah, but the thing is, I see these things on the news, man. I know we're getting a little bit off track, but I see these things on the news, and they'll say 10 people died from this, and they make a big deal about it. It's like, man, 10 people die
Yeah,
in each
yeah.
hood
More people
every
die from
day.
Chipotle.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm just saying, y'all making a big deal out of 10 people die. I'm like, yo, did 10 people die like in one neighborhood, or is this like in the country? Because if it's in the country, like, why are you even mentioning that? Like, it's more people dying from just, like I said, being in the hood, whatever going on there, shootouts or whatever. Y'all don't mention that.
Yeah, that's true.
You mentioning 10 people from the JUUL. That just don't make no sense. Like,
Dude, I thought that thing at one point, man, they was making so much money. I thought it was gonna go IPO at one point.
I thought that somebody did own them from like I thought like oh my goodness,
No,
what's that Tabasco company, the big one?
no, the founders were still there. I thought they was gonna.
Philip Morris. I thought Philip Morris owned them.
Did they? I don't know, man, but
they can't, because if they did, they would be tanking right now. Even though I don't follow Philip Morris, so I don't know. It could be
taken. That's an understatement.
I can't find it fast enough, man, to check. But I don't think that they do. PM, I think, is their ticker.
Yo, there is a stock that owns them. MO.
Did they tank? I'm about to look. Altria, yes, they are kind of tanking, but not that much.
Yeah, but they only own 35% of them.
Yeah, they're not tanking that much. They're in a downtrend, but it ain't like what you would think, considering the news coverage of the JUUL. Yeah, I did hear. I do hear this name. Altria.
Philip Morris is owned by Altria.
Nah, I didn't know that.
Yo, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, but how are their market cap? That can't be true, because Altria's market cap here is $79 billion. That ain't nothing for the tobacco industry.
No, look at it. Look, it says Philip Morris, U.S. United States Tobacco Division of Altria Group.
Dang. So I gotta look that up a little more, man. I mean, I believe you, but the market cap doesn't match the industry. The tobacco industry alone is way more than that.
Philip Morris has his own stock, right?
Yeah, PM.
That's what I'm saying. I know that already. That don't even make sense.
And Philip Morris is worth $121 billion. Maybe they only own a part of Philip Morris. I don't know. We gotta do some more research on that, man. That don't sound right.
But Altria only owns 35% of JUUL.
Okay. Yeah, I'm with you, man. I don't know why people mess with that anyway. If you were gonna mess with anything new, as far as like not even new, just if you were gonna smoke, period, it would be you. Marijuana, I think, is the thing that doesn't really mess with people that much. I think that tobacco I don't think marijuana causes cancer. I don't know. Probably shouldn't be saying this stuff because I'm not. I didn't research any of
I
this.
don't know, man.
This,
Dude, tell you the truth, you don't. The problem is you don't really know until people start abusing it.
yeah.
That's the thing. You know what I mean? We're still in the stage where marijuana is illegal in almost 90% of this country,
Right.
or 85, whatever you want to put
It's
it.
a high amount though.
It's a high amount. It's a really high amount. But the problem is we haven't got to the point where marijuana is being abused because it's been illegal so long.
Mm-hmm.
Like JUUL, people were abusing that thing. Kids were smoking it in high school. People were smoking on the train.
Yeah, but where are the parents at though?
I don't know. Don't ask me.
I mean, do we put any of this on the parents or it's all on the company? It's all on. Basically, I feel like people punish good marketing. If you market good, I feel like you get punished because I think that the
I feel like
JUUL was probably marketed real good. And
let's face it, bro.
It's a kid's choice.
Let's face it, bro. Cam, you said it correctly earlier. Let's be straight up. Let's be straight up.
Let's be straight up. Let's be straight up.
Let's be straight up. It was a genius idea. It was. It was straight up making electronic cigarettes,
Smoking
and then not
bombs.
only that, and now no, it's a genius idea. Make an electronic cigarette that barely has a smell to it, so small that it looks like a pen or a little tiny case that it doesn't even look like a cigarette,
And it smells like bubble gum.
and then you can make it smell like bubblegum, and the smoke doesn't linger around for more than like 3 seconds.
I want to know how does that kill you more than tobacco though?
Well, no, like I was trying to tell you earlier, people go home. So there's a little tube that they put inside of it that has the liquid in it.
Uh-huh.
So people go home and they go mess with it. They go make liquid. They buy their own weed, make liquid weed,
So
or they
it's
start.
So it's like crack. So people
Yeah,
found a way to
mess.
like manipulate cocaine
Yeah,
and made crack.
yeah, they mess with it. So like for example, if like, you know what I mean, they buy the tube and then if they're at home cooking up something, they put that in there because you can't really smell it.
So they at home like, cooking up fried chicken and broccoli and they just throw it in there and smoke it.
Whatever they want to put in there. That's serious, man. Some people really just take water just to have smoke.
You serious? How do you know all this?
Man, because I've seen it. It's like New York is like addicted to that stuff. Some people do just to have the smoke. They don't even want the tobacco or the weed or the drug in it. Just to have smoke, man, they'll just put something in it just to create the smoke and then just inhale that.
So people just love smoke.
Pretty much. Just to have something to be addicted. Something to be addicted to. And that thing makes it so easy to do it.
So the companies are getting punished because people are coming up with their own stuff at home.
Yes, pretty much. They buy their equipment.
Do you think that's fair?
No, it's not. To tell you the truth, no, I don't think it's fair because it's like everything else, man. You know what I mean? People take things too far. They buy the pens from JUUL, you know what I mean? And after that, they take that stuff. And then once the JUUL stuff is done, either the person's super addictive to the actual, you know what I mean? You know how people are just addicted to the act of smoking? It's not really the smoking. It's the act of smoking. You get what I'm saying?
I really don't. I mean, I feel you. I feel you, but I don't.
Let me explain. Let me explain. It's just like our phones, but let's just keep it with the smoking part. So, for example, they have done a study where they took out the tobacco out of cigarettes, and then they put it in a person that used to smoke 9 packs a day.
How are they not dead? How that? If you smoke 9 packs a day,
don't ask me. Don't ask me. There's people that smoke like 12 packs a day and still breathing.
Oh my goodness.
Barely, but still breathing. But okay, they did a study and they just literally put absolutely nothing in there. And they found out a majority of people were just addicted to the act of smoking.
how can I make money off this? That's my
They
thing.
see that's the thing, man. That, to me, it's all about the money. It's just like the phones. You know what I mean? If you gave somebody a flip phone, they're not gonna be as addicted. But
If
if
you
you
gave
give
somebody a
somebody a
flip phone, they probably punch you. Like man,
yeah, yeah, they're not gonna be as addicted. But you give somebody a smartphone, you know what I mean? It's the act of, you know what I mean, some the notifications, the Facebook, that all that stuff coming up and somebody saying they want you. With a flip phone, man, all you got is a phone call. And nowadays you don't even want people calling you.
yeah, I don't even want nobody calling me, man.
You,
Text me.
you know what I mean? That's how bad that we got in society. Somebody calling us is a problem now.
Yeah.
I just be calling people to piss them off. It's just like, yeah, I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna ruin your day by calling you. That's a good point. You get mad at somebody, I'm gonna call you. No, man, but like it just I seen some people like I know people that just have it and then all they do is just use clear just to smoke it and that's it. Nothing in it,
Would you
just to
buy?
be a
Would you buy
hmm?
Philip Morris stock?
Honestly tell you the truth, man. I never been big on I just feel like Philip Morris is it just to me is just like there's really I just tobacco's on its way out. Unless Philip
I
Morris
agree with you right there. I agree with
unless
you.
Philip Morris because I know they're doing it. I'm not stupid. Unless Philip Morris finds a way to get 10% in the weed game or in the
Ex-
marijuana game,
exactly. Yeah, yeah.
I just don't see me buying it. Now, if they do, I guarantee you they're gonna do what they did in the 50s, 60s, and 70s and 80s.
What was that?
Dominate like they did with tobacco. They dominated. They dominated, bro. They had tobacco all over
Yeah,
the
in like
place.
the 50s and 60s through the 80s, like what you were saying.
Yo, man,
You
they
were
had
considered
Kiss.
you were considered a gentleman if you lit a woman's cigarette for her.
Yo, that's serious, man. In classes, bro, if you ever look at the pictures of the old schools, you'll see like cigarette trays on the kid's desk. Yo, that's how dominate they were.
Oh my gosh.
Yo, and then that's the same thing with JUUL, man. They had high school kids doing it. Man, I
So in
even saw
order,
middle school kids doing it.
so you predicting the tobacco industry like I was predicting Netflix, right? You saying tobacco
Yo,
industry on its way out. I agree with you right there.
yeah,
I
that's
cannot
that's a
complain.
that's a given though. Come on, man. They got so many commercials saying tobacco kill you, dog. Dare, you remember all that stuff.
Yeah.
Um, now with like cancer being big as it is now, and tobacco being one of the biggest reasons that behind cancer, yeah, this is on its way. This is like a given. Now it's a slow transition because there's so much money into it.
Right. I agree.
You know what I mean? But I'm telling you, man, the marijuana game is coming. People don't understand because you can liquefy that, and you got JUUL up, and it's easy to get. You can anybody can grow a marijuana plant in the corner of their house.
Yeah.
Very few people going out there growing tobacco plant.
People out there making their own tobacco.
Yeah,
I agree with
you
you.
know,
I think that tobacco's on its way out, but I also agree with you that it's a slow process because I was about to ask you would you buy puts on Philip Morris or Altria or something, but really I don't know if I would because it's too slow. It's too slow of a
dude,
process.
people have been talking about tobacco on its way out since 2010, bro. It's the process is too slow because you got stuff like julep that pops up out of
Right.
nowhere
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then brings tobacco back into the game. Oh, this you get less of the poison now instead of getting
You get
75%.
less of the poison.
That's pretty much what the commercial is. You get less of 75%, you get 51%. Bro, you still getting poisoned. That's all it is, man. And that's what I'm saying. It's a slow process and people fall into it. You know what I mean? I'm not surprised Philip Morris is on this. You know what I mean? They're making money some from Julep anyway, so they're on this too.
I agree with you. Also, they got to get in the marijuana game. Have to.
and they gonna get it, man. Dude, I would buy if I was anybody, man. I would find a way to get part of the equipment stuff.
Cut the check. Who got to cut the
You know what
check
I
to
mean,
us?
dude? Come on, think about this, man. How if you think about it, to buy one of the julep pens or the julep smoking device, it's $35 to buy
How do
one.
you know all this? Like,
No, look it up online. To buy one is $35 because I have a boy who I used to work with. I should bring him on here one day, and he'll tell you because he has family that does this
uh-huh.
for a living. They have warehouses. I should bring him on here. He'll tell you how the whole game works.
So they have you. You're saying somebody should buy the equipment to make this.
Okay, so there's a couple things. So they all come separate. So the pods, you get the device where the smoke comes out and you inhale in, and then you inhale in the smoke. Now you got the liquid form, the liquid cap form that you have to put into the device.
I'm getting a buzz just listening to you, man. Like,
You get what I'm saying? It's a lot, bro. You got liquid form that you put in a device. That now the actual device that you press the button and you smoke out is like
uh-huh.
$35. And then you have to buy the little cap, and that maybe is like another $10. So you're paying a whole $45 for it. And the problem with those things, because they overheat so much, you have to buy one every 2-3 months. Or you're constantly buying one.
So just a $10 piece, right?
No, you're buying the
$35.
entire equipment all the time. The $10 piece, you're buying it almost every 2 weeks, depending how much you smoke. If you smoke a lot, you could be buying it once a week. So think about it. You're spending $40 a month.
That's more than
And after that,
that's
when
more
to
than
buy the other,
Netflix.
yeah, and then if you buy the equipment every 2 months, so that means every other month you spending $75. So and if you buy the equipment 3 times a year or 4 times a year, you're pretty much spending almost $130 on that, and then plus the $10 you spend and the $40 you spend in a month. So you're pretty much up to like 300 and some dollars a year for one person.
Mm. It seems too much like it's too much work, man. I can't.
Dude, it is. It is. That's what I said.
It's too much work to kill myself.
It is. So, like for example, the jeweler startup kit is $49.99.
That's a startup kit. What's the
That's a
what's the step up?
so the step up. So I guess it just goes down from there
Oh, you
because you
get
got the silver julep for $34.99, and then you got the limited edition for $34.99.
okay.
You know what I mean? And that's how it start. And then
So they selling them. They selling these like Teslas. They got the short range, and then
yeah,
the mid range and the long range.
bro. And then with the julep, so they're not like everything else. So with the julep, you have to like so to buy the small little pens, it's like $14.99. So like you got to keep once they're done, you just throw them away and you got to buy another one. So you're spending like 50. So if you say you go through like 3 of those a week, you have to buy like you're spending like $45 a week.
Is it called JUUL or Julep? You keep saying JUUL.
Jewels. I keep saying julep. It's jewels.
We should just start our we should start
JUUL.
our own company called it Julep.
that's,
It sounds like this is
that's true.
profitable. Like people love hurting
No,
themselves.
dude, do it. It is, man. It is super profitable, man. It's super profitable. It's
Uh,
like I would do the equipment. I wouldn't even do the tobacco stuff. I would just do the equipment, and that's what they do. They just do the equipment,
okay.
and people just buy that thing up like there's no tomorrow, man.
Well, this this is I feel like this was a very educational episode right here, man. Um, Make sure you follow us. You follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Stock twits anything at Camboni11, Camboni11. Also follow us on Spotify. Search for the Marathon Money Podcast on Spotify, and follow us on there. Listen to us on Spotify, and also join our Facebook group chat. We have a lot of good chats in there. You get a lot of good feedback and stock picks. Uh, so hit us up and ask to join our chat. And where can they find you, Kenny?
Man, hit me up on Kendrick Collin, two N's in the middle on Twitter. Kenny Collin 23 on Instagram. You can also hit me up on Facebook. But hey, man, look at these money trends, man. I always notice JUULs. I always notice that it's not JUUL up. That's me and Cam's new company name, JUUL up. JUUL is the other competition, but they making some money. You know what I mean? I don't even think. I think you should really just focus on selling the equipment because the equipment's where it's at. But money trends, man, and you can see companies out there, man. I didn't even know a company had JUULs. You know what I mean? And that's how much money they were making. So pay attention to that stuff, man. And you see, it go back to the old saying, the original investing. If you see 200 kids wearing the same shoes, you need to go find out how you can make money on them. This is the exact concept of that. Everybody's smoking them, so go find a way where you can get a percentage of that thing. So that's my little tidbit for today. So peace.
Peace.